Savings and spending are two things that are closely related when it comes to your money. If you don't use them wisely, it can definitely be a huge, costly financial mistake. Let's talk about it. Hey goalies, welcome back to the channel. And this is a conversation that need to be had, need to be talked about, savings and spending. So this is something a lot of us have a little control issues with. I've had plenty of customers or people that I've just talked to who said they struggle. I'm talking struggle with saving money. They don't understand, not that they don't understand the point of it, but it's more so they have problems with saving endlessly or saving aimlessly. And they feel like, well, I don't see the light at the end of the tunnel. I don't see how this is going to help me right now. And I'm not really interested in just saving for a rainy day just because there might be a rainy day. Then spending works against us sometimes, especially if you're trying to save and you have saving goals. I want to go ahead. I do need a favor from you. If you can hit that like and subscribe button. If you're somebody trying to get your life right with money, then this is a channel that you want to be able to watch and see my upcoming videos that's going to help you do just that. Now, let's get into it. Spending, a lot of us have different triggers and things that play into why we spend. But one of the things that I want to talk about that it's not skipped over, but I just want us to spend a few minutes on some of the things that are not necessarily our fault and some of the things that are set up to encourage us to spend. So for example, there are several marketing tactics or things that literally count on us to spend them and to bust our budget wide open. And a lot of times we fall for it every time. And a lot of times we don't even know we're being set up. It's like a form of entrapment. Like, let's just keep it real. So one of those things, like if you can look at things like free trials, if they're going to give you the first month for $1, a lot of subscription services, free shipping is another one. All of those, you have to skip it by the 5th of the month. All of those things are set up, one, because they're counting on you forgetting. They're counting on you to forget that you have this monthly subscription coming. They're counting on you to forget to skip for that month. All of those things have been factored into it. And just let me ask you a question. If you were to walk down any popular street in your city in the downtown area, how long will you walk before you see an advertisement? How long are you on your phone? Like, so any typical time, if I pick up my phone and I'm scrolling on my phone, how long am I going to scroll on this phone before I see an advertisement? Not long. I'm probably going to see one as soon as I open the phone because you have all the different apps. Like everybody wants you to download their app and put it on your phone. Everybody wants you to get their app. And then they sometimes make it difficult for you to even do business with them unless you have their app. All of that is on purpose. It's not because they just want you to have their app. It's also they can have more ways to market to you. So they can collect your information and find ways to market to you. It's so they can send you push notifications and market to you. In your stories, they market to you. You going on the stories, watching different things so you can keep up with friends and family. They're inputting ads. In your notifications, they're ads. Every 4th post on your timeline is an ad. All of those things, it's like you're being conditioned to spend. You're being conditioned to constantly be marketed to, constantly be told why you need these products, and how these products are going to change your life, how these products are going to just make you want. Like if you're around my age, not to tell my age, but they used to have the commercials and they would make you feel like, oh, if you buy this, then you'll be the best and you'll be amazing. And, even like the cigarette commercials used to be somebody like in a drop top looking cool. All of those things are selling to you. This is what you'll be if you use our product. So with that being said, with you consistently being marketed to, consistently getting advertisements shoved down your throat, it's not surprisingly that you bust your budget wide open. It's not surprisingly that you overspend. So now that we have that one factor, now let's take into your own experiences. When were your first conversations about money? Like, how did you grow up thinking money was meant to be used? This is a question you have to ask yourself, because all of your experiences, your upbringing, the culture that you grew up in, all of those things affect how you spend. Somebody who grew up wealthy is not going to look at money the same way as somebody who grew up without money. They're going to look at money differently. And then you have to factor in their experiences that they had when they grow up. How did they see their family using money? How did they see their favorite auntie or uncle using money? All of those things play, and they basically set and plant seeds in your head that come to fruition as you get older and you get your own money, and now you're able to use it. Were you always told no when you were younger, and now you have your own money and you don't have anybody to tell you no, so you can just swipe? If that's you, that's fine. But those are the type of things that you have to get in to understand. So we already talked about 2 ways that it causes us to spend. So if you're somebody who consistently spends and you're not supposed to, this is something you're not supposed to have, but you consistently overspend anyway, and know in the very moment that you are doing it that you're not supposed to and you really don't have the money to do it, I want to give yourself a little grace. I want you to give yourself a little more grace, because it's hard out here. It's hard out here. It's rough in these streets, baby. It's rough in these streets. So another factor that we want to consider is we live in a microwave society. We have deemed and been conditioned that when I think of something or have a thought about something in my head, there is a short period of time in between me thinking about it and me actually having it in my hand. And this is from food. This is from products. You can order something on Amazon and it be at your house in hours. You can think of some food that you possibly might want and order it, and it be in your house within an hour. So all of that has conditioned us to be used to instant gratification. We're used to wanting things, and then now we got it. So this is also another way that we have been conditioned to spend. We have been conditioned to, we got to have the big, the bright, the baddest, the most frequent. Just prime example, I went into a cell phone store because I was thinking about upgrading my phone. Well, I didn't do it because the salesperson pissed me off. Like, I'm keeping real. I'm gonna keep it real. They pissed me off because I asked them how much the phone was. Instead of them telling me how much the phone was, they told me how much the phone was in the payments. So I'm like, well, how much is this phone? Oh, it's just $24 a month. So it'll be on your bill every month. I'm like, no. How much is the phone? She's like, oh, it'll just be $24 added to your bill every month. No, you don't understand what I'm saying. What is the total price of it? And she didn't say it didn't matter, but she kind of skipped over it like it didn't matter and continued to help me understand that they will put it in small payments every month. She knew exactly what she was doing, and not to put any fault on her or make it seem like she was malicious. She was doing what she had been trained to do at her job. So telling me it's only $24 a month, $24 doesn't sound like a lot of money. That sounds like something that's doable. That sounds like something that's attainable. And they're putting it in that format for a reason. So I had to ultimately ask her, well, how much does the $24 a month add up to? Because I need to know exactly how much the phone is in total. You're telling me that it's only $24 a month because you're trying to make it seem like, oh, that's not that bad, baby. But if you got to pay $24 a month for 3 years, I don't want it. I'm not paying no car note for a cell phone. It's not worth it to me. That's not that important to me. But if you don't have the, like, let me dig a little deeper because they're trying to put it in a way to make it sound good, that's the situation that we're in. That's the economy that we're in. That's the e-commerce space that we're in. It's the reality of it all. And so all of those things factor in you overspending. And so I think that that's something that you should take into consideration. And if you want to do better at saving and you want to be more successful at saving, you're going to have to get a control of your spending. And so one of the ways to get control of your spending is to definitely start working on your instant gratification needs. So this looks like eliminating some of the temptations, getting off those text lists. I know they're funny. I know they're trendy with what they text you. I know, get those out of your phone. So out of your text thread, get off those subscriptions where they send you texts. Go to your email, do the same thing. Unsubscribe, unsubscribe, unsubscribe. Because having that temptation and them letting you know when they have this on sale, and you've shopped with them before, so they've paid attention to your shopping habits and they know what type of things you like. So they're purposely targeting, giving you targeted ads for the things that you like. So you have to get that out your head and get that temptation away from you. You want to work on not having to have something right then just because you want it right now. And I need you to understand that just because you want it don't mean you need it. And just because you want it don't mean that that's what you should have. So you have to start working on eliminating some of that need for instant gratification. I know we live in a microwave society. I know we are used to getting things quicker, but we're going to have to work through that if we want to be able to handle and control our money better. It's nothing wrong with spending your money, but you want to spend it wisely. You want to spend it on the things that's going to help you achieve your goals. Okay? Now, with that being said, in order to save effectively, you got to get control of your spending, which means that after you've done your budget and you have a good picture of monthly what's coming in, what's going out. So in order for you to save effectively, I need you to organize your finances. What account do your bills come out of? What account is set for spending? What account has your emergency fund? And then what account has it can be a goals fund. You can call it a sinking fund. It's basically an account where you're saving money for specific things that you plan to purchase, while your emergency fund is an account that you're saving money so that you can be prepared for unexpected expenses. And so I highly recommend you put them in high yield savings account, but that's another video. Maybe I'll make a video on that. Let me know down in the comments if you want me to make a video about high yield savings accounts. Now, those are ways that you can start saving effectively. You get your money organized, you create a budget, which basically a budget is, like I said, you're knowing how much money is coming in and what you're spending it on for any given month. Any given month, you have an idea of exactly what you're dealing with. You know if you're spending too much or too less, if you have money left over after your bills are paid, all the things. Now, the next part of it is, once you've created your budget and you understand what's going on, you understand where you are, where do you want to go? So setting goals. And I have a playlist on here. Feel free to look up that playlist. And it basically, I'll attach it to this video at the end. And that goes through setting financial goals, how to do it effectively, how to be successful at it. So watch that video and it'll help you and tell you exactly how. You want to start building these good habits. If you want to learn how to build healthy habits, I have a free workbook. You can get it in the description box of this video. I'm creating the tools and putting them out here accessible and available to you. All you have to do is use them. So we created our budget. Now we know what goals we plan to achieve. Within that budget, we're going to have spending budgets. Within that budget, we're going to have an amount that we're saving every paycheck, because savings are your seed money to wealth. Okay. And so with that being said, See how we're setting up our finances? Very demure, very classy, very mindful, very ambitious. You know what I mean? Very financially stable. Okay? That's where we want to be completely honest. We want to be in a position where we're not perfect. We're not doing all the things exactly how they're supposed to do. We're being realistic and we're living our life. But in that, we have a set plan that we're working on and how we plan to do things. Okay? In that, we know exactly how much money we're saving every month. We know exactly how much is going to budgeted for our debt repayment. We know exactly how much is going towards our bills. All of those things we are confident in because we created a budget that tells us. Okay, we created a budget that we can go look at, that we can keep track of those things. Okay, now, lastly, before I get out of here, when you are saving, is one thing that I need you to understand. Savings are your seed money to wealth. And I'll explain to you what that means. That means if you want to start a business, you'll need seed money. If you want to build your investments, you'll need seed money. Whatever you are trying to do or looking to do to level up your finances is going to take a certain amount of money to get started. And that's where your savings come in. You want to get a better job or you're looking to start your business. You might need some professional development courses. You might need to take some classes or get a certain certification, buy some equipment or whatever it is. That's where your savings come in. And that's how savings become your seed money to wealth. Whatever you're trying to do, you're going to have to stop and invest in yourself. Use your savings to level yourself up. It's better for you to use your savings to spend it on things that's going to help you do better and achieve your desires and the things that you deserve financially, then use them to spend them on things. And so what I typically recommend is find a nice balance. We all want things, and I'm not saying you need to stop wanting things. So include those things in your budget. Nobody says you have to stop doing them, that you have to stop having any type of fun or spending on any of the things that you want. Create a system for yourself. If I have $100 left over, $50 goes to debt repayment, $20 might go to savings, and $30 can go to whatever I want. Split your money up that way where you're doing all the things that need to be done, but you're still including something that you want to do. So you're not feeling deprived. You're not feeling like you're just here to pay bills and die. Okay? Again, we just keeping it real. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and close out this video. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll catch you on the next video.